Well guys, we got a stack of parts here, and in the true fashion of how I tend to operate, it is 10:37 and we're gonna try to get a L86 prepped to go back in the BMW tonight yet. We've got a ton of parts here on the table. We've got our swap pan. We're gonna just unbox this stuff. We've got our low profile swap pan. Amazon came in clutch with that one. Got our pickup tube kit, hardware kit. It's actually a pretty nice pan. I inspected it earlier, and bang for the buck is fantastic. We've got some heads here. These were sent off to Purgatory Porting down in the valley, and he hand ported them. Nafa Castillo, so shout out to him. We're gonna see how they perform. I don't know if there's any data on these heads yet, but this isn't necessarily gonna be max effort. We're just trying to build a fun haver, pretty much. But he did a great job. Those heads look great. And then we've got head gaskets. That is for something else on the car. We've got a BMW, or not BMW, BTR 220 camshaft. Not too crazy. Should make nice power with that, but still retain drivability. Got some lifter trays, some DOD plugs, camshaft retainer plate, timing chain tensioner, timing chain, phaser limiter, I don't believe we use this. That is for an LS. And then part of the phaser limiter kit and install kit. What is this? Oh, camshaft timing gear bolt. And a set of ARP, I think these are 2000s. Never mind, they're just bolts. I don't even remember what I bought for this car. So we're trying to refresh our memory here. Also, Mike with LSE9X has been doing a lot of R&D on these cars. He's the one that's basically built the accessory drive kits for them. We'll show you guys more of that later. Right now, all he sent me for now is some updated engine mounts. We had some on there already, and we had the engine sitting in the car just to prove that it would fit with the 10-speed. But it sat a little bit too high, so he sent me some updated mounts. This should lower the engine a decent bit because we're trying to retain AC and heat in this car, and our one valve cover was getting a little close to the AC lines. Well, actually, it was hitting the AC lines until we installed these, which is just a set of JEGS valve covers, which is much lower profile than the factory one. And that did clear, but it was still pretty tight. So if you ever had to service the AC, take some of that apart or anything, you'd pretty much have to pull the valve cover, and that's just a pain in the butt. So lowering the engine down, just gaining a little more clearance everywhere, and we'll see. We'll have to put those on the engine and see where it sits. For you guys that have never done a swap, or basically you're looking at what it would look like to do the process starting from a used motor, this is going to be a pretty good option. This motor is pretty low mileage, so honestly it's fairly clean. But we're going to go through and clean everything, clean all the gasket surfaces, and just kind of give this motor an inspection to make sure it's healthy. We kind of know what it came out of, so we're fairly confident it's good, but just give you guys a perspective into, if you're buying a used motor, kind of what you can look for and what the process looks like to make a swap like this happen. This is what you do when you're being lazy and you don't want to break the trans apart from the engine and put it on an engine stand. So now it's probably going to fall off these jack stands and we're going to regret this immensely.
Go ahead.
Okay, I got to go back on this one. Actually, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, work there. This one's good right here.
You good?
Yeah.
All right, so let's see how wobbly it is. It's actually kind of solid. All right, so we'll just leave this on here for a little while. But it'll solidify it enough to get some work done.
Jack stands on like the last two.
Yeah. Yeah, there's probably better ways to do this. It's fine. It'll work. Is this thing sitting crooked? Oh, shoot.
No, it's just the way you put the jack stand.
It is. All right, we need to let this one down a 2.
That one down a 2?
Yeah. Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's just because of that valve cover. I'm just looking at the diagram Mike sent me just to see what kind of belt that we are actually going to be running, and it has a tensioner on it, so we're going to cut that one because I do not like to deal with that. I don't know where my utility knife went. So I'm going to cut this one. This bolt looks like it's been taken off. So if you look in here, you can see like it looks like there's been a socket on it. So I don't know if it's been taken off or if somebody is just trying to spin the motor over. Do you have my big, oh, it's right here. Never mind. Never mind, never mind. Man, that bolt's in there. Well, I think we're gonna have to break out some heat for that one. Usually if you're fighting it like that, we don't even waste time. We just put a torch on it and get it out.
Cracked on the head bolts?
Yeah.
Okay. Usually I crack them with my hand first.
Make sure there's enough battery that I can quickly jump on this. popping it out. Can you see it? Let's see if our magic with some heat worked. Like butter. Do it? Oh yeah. Probably would recommend not reusing the bolt after doing that, although realistically it might hold, but probably just don't reuse a bolt after heating the head like that. Look at all the debris trapped in there. How did that get in there, by the way? Interesting. All right, well, let's just sweep that out. All right, stabilize the motor. Dude, that's insane. That's a snap-on extractor socket. That's insane. So if you guys are doing this at home, just buy the right tool. But we're trying to get this done tonight, so we have used a snap-on bolt extractor socket, or I don't know, whatever. The tool from Snap-on to remove bolts.
To remove a bolt?
Yeah. And we have successfully did it. Look, I came in there and just grabbed it. I'm actually pretty impressed. I didn't think that was gonna work. Uh-oh. Oh, that's just gas. All right. We can go. So I think this one had a leaky injector. Look, there's gas sitting in it, and look at the coloration and the debris built up on this versus the rest of these. So if you guys are doing a cam swap on one of these LT engines, always replace this bolt. But if for some reason you're on a budget or you decide to reuse it for some reason, don't use an impact on it by all means, because that is not good practice. But we're not reusing it; it's going straight into the trash. We got a new one to replace this.
burning theirs.
Here, touch it. With your hand.
With my hand?
Yeah.
That is cool.
Grabs the phone.
Just admits his hand there.
I'm not touching that one. I'm not doing that one. Do it.
This is how you know it's late and we're just playing around with the torch. This is a cam follower for the injection pump. So this is this basically rides on the lobe on the camshaft, the three-pointed lobe, or the whatever you want to call it, and it's what drives the high pressure fuel pump. So this has got to go back in. We'll clean it up, put it back in. I forgot to remove it before pulling the cam. Looky there, that worked.
Probably wire wheeling service as well first, huh?
Yes.
Before I clean in here.
We're definitely gonna have to wire wheel them.
Yeah, I'll do the head surface.
I would put rags in this surface in the valley here, and then so this, what I was just talking about. This is what rides on here and drives the injection pump. As you can see, it's a little different shape than the regular cam lobe. Actually looks like it almost has some wear on it. If anybody needs a stock camshaft, let me know. I'll sell it for $1,000. No, don't lowball me. I know what I got. that?
Yeah, what happened?
He took hardly any off. You can see the cut marks from the machine.
That's good.
This thing's gonna. I should have decked the heads a little more, probably. I should have. That was dumb.
How many bolts is it for that one side? That's why we did the safeties.